Hi, I'm John Sage with Sage Traveling here in Montepulciano in southern Tuscany. And I'd like to take just a few minutes to talk to you about the steps that you need to take to plan an accessible vacation to Tuscany. This is a little more complicated. If you go to a big city like Rome or Paris, you can just pick a hotel and then you plan all your activities and your sightseeing. Here, you will probably need to move around, and there's a lot of different options in different towns, so it's a different order of steps to plan an accessible vacation. The first thing that you want to do is you want to think about what are the activities that you want to do while you're here. Do you want to learn about history, the fighting between the Sienese and the Florentines, and the Italian Renaissance, and how Florence really started that? Do you want to learn about kind of the sightseeing and the history? Do you want to do wine tasting? If you're in Tuscany, you probably want to do wine tasting. And so do you want to do that in enotecas or at the vineyards themselves? Because accessibility is different depending on whether you're in a city or in a vineyard. There are accessible options in both, but they can get complicated. Do you want to do a Tuscan cooking class in an accessible location? Or do you want to even do disabled flying lessons above Tuscany? That is possible here. So there's lots of options for you to consider. First step, think about which activities you want to do. Don't start with the hotel. That's what most people do. They start with the hotel and then they back themselves into a corner and they can't do all the things they want to do. So figure out which activities you want to do, then find out where those activities are accessible. You have a lot of different options to think about. There's many towns in Chianti, the big towns of Florence and Siena, or some of the smaller towns here in southern Tuscany like Montepulciano, Montalcino, and Pienza. Cortona is just a short drive away also. Figure out where those accessible activities are, then start thinking about how many days do you want to spend in each region. So that's step 3. So figure out activities, figure out accessible locations, number of days, then you can start looking. Step 4 is looking at the accessible accommodation. You've got different options here. You can stay in hotels or apartments in city centers like this, or you can stay in villas and agriturismos that are accessible with just breathtaking views of the countryside. After you've kind of figured out all those steps, then you start making all your reservations for your accommodation, whether you're doing a rental car or accessible van transfers, and also your guided tours. In these towns with a lot of history, you'll want a tour guide to really bring these beautiful places to life and explain what happened in these locations over the last 5 centuries, over the last 20 centuries. There's a lot to see and do here. You can easily spend 12 days here in Tuscany visiting all the different locations. As always, if you'd like some assistance to make sure everything goes smoothly and you don't miss out on anything, we would absolutely love to help, and you can see some of those options on our website, sagetraveling.com.